I'm getting tested. Times are tough on this bodega. 2 months ago, somebody bought Ortega's. My neighbors started packing up and picking up, and ever since the rent went up, it's gotten mad expensive, but we live with just enough.
What is up? I'm Rodolfo Soto, and I played Usnavi in last season's production of In the Heights at Broadway At Music Circus, and I'm here, quarantined at home, beard and everything, ready to go, ready to tell you some stories about In the Heights. It was one of the best times of my life.
Hi everyone, I'm Didi Romero. I hope you're all having a productive yet safe quarantine. For the people who don't know me, I played the role of Nina in the Broadway At Music Circus production of In the Heights.
I'm Doreen Montalvo, and I played Camila in last summer's production of In the Heights. I was in the original Broadway production as the bolero singer. I actually originated the role back in the off-Broadway production as well, but I was with the show since 2002 with the very first reading in New York.
If you got to see the show, even if you got to see the promo for the show, you can tell I was having the time of my life. I'd never done theater in the round. I'd never done anything as quick as Music Circus, and everyone was super helpful, super lovely, super awesome.
Yo, now, everyone gather around, sit down, listen, I got an announcement. Wow, it involves larger amounts and somewhere in the range of 96,000. Attention, I'm closing shop. Sonny, grab everybody a soda pop. Yo, grab a bottle, kiss it up to God, cause Abuela Claudia just won the lotto. Abuela Claudia won the lotto. We're booking a flight for DR tomorrow. Oh my God!
I was a bit stressed out at first, just because In the Heights is a very complicated show to do. Plus, we were gonna do it in the round. Plus, we had only a week of rehearsals and then a week of tech and then a week of shows. So we were a bit overwhelmed.
I smile at the faces I've known all my life. They regard me with pride, and everyone's sweet. They say you're going places. So how can I say that while I was away, I had so much to hide? Hey guys, it's me. The biggest disappointment.
I remember on Final Dress is the first time we had an audience, and the first time concession stands are up, right? So during blackout, I have to run out of the stage, go about a quarter way around, and then come back into my grandma's house. I run off stage, I leave, and this is the first time I'm seeing the hallway with like everything getting set. So once I get off, I'm lost. I don't know anything. None of this looks familiar. I grab the dresser, Tyler, I look at her and I go, "Which way is Abuela's house?" And she looks at me because I'm going crazy and I've made her go crazy. I'm like, "Oh crap, I'm so sorry." And then I just start running. I'm like, all right, it's this way. I've done this a million times. And then I see Nina Negron, who plays Vanessa, running that way. And she looks at me like, "What are you doing here?" And I go, "Oh crap, I'm running the wrong way." So then I run all the way back around. Needless to say, I was late for my entrance, but that's why we rehearse. That's why we rehearse. I never messed that entrance up again.
Yeah, I'm a street light choking on the heat. The world spins around while I'm frozen to my seat. The people that I know all keep on rolling down the street. But every day is different, so I'm switching up the beat. Cause my parents came with nothing. They got a little more, and sure, we're poor. But yo, at least we got the store. And it's all about the legacy they left with me. It's destiny. And one day I'll be on the beach with Sunny writing checks to me.
Able to bring it back to life and experience it again 12 years later was a joy for me. And much of it had to do with this Sacramento, with the Music Circus as a whole. Being able to perform the show in the round was so cool and so incredible. And unlike any other production that I've done of this show.
Oh my God! Now you listen to me, Mom. Carajo! I said no. I'm sick of all this fighting.
Cami!
Yeah, ba 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 ba. I think you've said enough. Now listen to what I say. What I say goes. Papi, you've pushed us all away.
I'm trying.
I don't want to hear it. We make decisions as a family.
The other thing that's unique to Music Circus is, I remember, we have to wait in these hallways. That's our backstage space because we're doing the show in the round. And so I'm backstage. I run the bathroom real quick before my song comes on. And I see this kid. I'm in costume. Mike costume. Very Usnavi-like. And I look at this kid, and this kid sees me. And in my mind, I'm like, oh no, I broke the illusion. Oh, crap. So what do? And I actually haven't told anyone this, so I hope I don't get in any trouble. But what I do is to try to, like, show this kid, look, I'm Usnavi. All right, I'm not just some dude who's here. Like, I'm Usnavi. Keep that in your head so when you go back inside, you're excited to see me. I pull out a lottery ticket that I have in my bag. After I wash my hands, don't worry. I pull out a lottery ticket, and I give it to this kid, and I go, hey, man, that's for you, man. Let me know if you win the lotto. And then I run out, and then, like I think after closing, so, like, the next week or two, I get a message on Instagram from his brother, I think, saying, hey, oh, man, my little brother went to the bathroom. He said he gave him a lottery ticket. We still have it. It made his day. And you can't get that anywhere else.
96,000. Damn. $96,000. Holla. 96,000.
That's a lot of spray cans.
96,000. Yo, if I won the lotto tomorrow, well, I know I wouldn't bother going on no spending spree. I pick a business school and pay the entrance fee. Then maybe, if you're lucky, you'll stay friends with me. I'll be a businessman richer than Nina's daddy, Tiger Wood, and I am the Lynx, and he's my...
It captured the audience, and it made the audience be a part of the community.
Circus works really fast, yet they're really professional, they're really responsible, they're supportive, which is very important. And even with that little amount of time we had, we still had time to laugh. I really had the best time in that theater. Everybody was so sweet and so great, and it felt really nice to be there. It genuinely felt really nice to be there.
As big as it can seem, because it's 2200, it's Music Circus, it's Broadway, blah, blah, blah. As big as it can seem, you still get that one-on-one. And I think that's what Heights brought to Music Circus. I remember leaving the theater, and people, Latino, not Latino, came up to me, and they were just like, I don't know how anyone could see something like this and not see their own family.
I know these are very hard times, but paciencia y fe, patience and faith, that is key.
Paciencia y fe. Ay, carajo, it's hot! But that's okay. Mama would say, paciencia y fe. It was harder at home in La Vibora.
I just want you to know how incredibly special that production was to me, to my heart, and how incredibly honored I was to have been able to tell this story that I love so very much in a place that I have grown to love very much. Take care, you guys. Stay safe.
I'm getting tested, times are tough on this bodega. 2 months ago somebody bought Ortega's. My neighbors started packing up and picking up, and ever since the rent went up, it's gotten mad expensive, but we live with just enough. In the Heights, I click the lights and start my day. There are fights and bills to pay. In the Heights, I can survive without cafe. I serve cafe. Like a million years away.
You don't need electricidad. Get off your butt, avanza. Saca la maraca, bring your tambourine. Come and join the parranda. Carnaval, del barrio.